So why did you have Knox in a birthing center?
Yeah, I don't, at least back then, and I've gotten progressively more this way, I guess, but I wouldn't consider myself like somebody that people would know right away that I would do a natural home birth. I had a bad experience with hospitals, as you know, when I broke my neck and they misdiagnosed me. And ever since then, I have a hard time with hospitals. I have a hard time with um, regular doctors and things like that. I lost confidence in the whole system through that incident.
You have medical
Um,
PTSD?
yeah, and hospital PTSD. Like I just, and I've always been a little bit weird, even when I would get hurt and things like that when I was younger, like in high school. Um, I come from a place also in Salt Lake City, Utah. I come from a place where there's a high level of like pain pill addiction, and the Mormon community isn't. I'm not going to say they're okay with it, but they don't look at it the same as regular drugs because it's a prescription, and so it's kind of like a workaround for a lot of people. And I had a lot of people that had really bad, like, pain medication addictions, and so even when I had my appendix taken out, or when I had my knee surgery, or when I had my neck surgery, like, I took as little pain medication as possible, and the amount that they prescribed me was just so high. And so I just have I take issue with a lot of those types of things around, like, the medical world anyway. And so I knew I didn't see myself as like a home birther, like a, I guess for lack of a better term, like a hippie like that. But I knew I wanted a natural birth, and I knew if I went to the hospital, they would push me into trying to do things that I didn't want to do. So we found a birth center that was like 10 minutes from our house in California that they were really awesome. And the room that we had him in was like it was like a really nice hotel room. It had like a really nice shower and a really nice bathtub and a really nice bed and everything. And it felt more like a home than a hospital. And so, and they don't do any sort of like pain management or anything like that there. So that's why we chose it in California. And I was going to do that here. I had a place here lined up to do the same thing. But then when COVID happened, um, they said that I wasn't going to be able to bring Knox to the birth. Like I could only bring one person, and I couldn't bring my child. And if I showed up with any symptoms whatsoever, they were going to take me to the hospital and make me do a hospital birth. So at, at 35 weeks with Banner, I changed to a home birth when I only had like 5 weeks left. And I honestly think the reason that Banner was so late is because I was really stressed out toward the end of my pregnancy, because I was so scared they were, like, gonna take my baby from me
Uh-huh.
if I had any symptoms whatsoever. Because you heard those stories, right? And, I was scared of contracting, uh
There are plenty of stories of babies and parents who were separated for more than a week at birth because of some sort of arbitrary COVID
yeah, and
insanity.
I was scared of contracting COVID, not because I was scared of getting sick, but if I tested positive, I was scared. So I wasn't going around anybody. Like, I was like the, like, scared of COVID person to protect, like, I was in full protection mode of the baby. And I think that's why he was so late and they tell you like all these like psychological factors that can make your kids come later. And I think I was just holding him in because I was scared of what might happen when he came out. But the home birth was beautiful and we loved it and it was awesome. So we're going to do the same thing again.